How's it hanging, fellas? I'm OrosZ, and this is another episode of Yakuza 3, and in today's episode we are going to meet up with my best buddy, my best friend of all time, Nishida. No, not him. Actually, look at him. Nishida was in this last game, and he was kind of like Majima's little sidekick. But man, he looks so fucking ugly in this game. Oh, Kiryu-san. He looks like a fucking... Actually, I don't, maybe it's not this game. In one of the games, he looks like, I don't know, like he aged more than anybody else. And I always thought that this guy was supposed to be like a teenager, or like he's 20 or something like that. Like he's like an intern at the Majima family. Because he doesn't seem like a fucking Yakuza to me. He's like kind of like a wimp, but maybe that's kind of because he's around Majima, because he's fucking insane, so he's kind of fucking scared to speak up about anything. It's Nishida, right? What are you up to? Oh, well, the boss has some business with Kashiwagi-san, so I came over with him. But once we got here, he told me to just go home. Kashiwagi's pretty cool. I kinda wish they ever, like, gotten into how the fuck he got that scar that he has on his face. I thought Zero was gonna get onto that, like maybe Majima's the one who gave him that fucking scar. But he had it before they ever fought in Zero, and Kashiwagi was in Zero, even though Kazama also was in Zero, but he was in prison at the time, so he was kind of like very absent from that game. He was just mentioned. Kashiwagi kind of took his place, and since Kazama died and Yakuza won, Kashiwagi took over the Kazama family, which I would say is a pretty good change because Kashiwagi is just as cool as Kazama, and he's definitely someone we can trust. Certainly not a bad guy. And like for example with the Nishki's family, Nishikiyama family, after Nishiki died, some like complete jackass took over it. And then we had to defeat him last game, and believe it or not, in this game another jackass takes over that fucking family, and we're gonna have to defeat him too. And honestly, I think this jackass this time around is kinda more interesting. The last guy was just like really creepy. He like wanted to fuck Daigo's mom, and he just like wanted to like rule the fucking Tojo clan, even though he had like no plan to how the fuck he's gonna do that. He just like started pointing guns at everyone. He was like, "Give me the power, give me the keys." The problem is, if I'm really up to do something, I'll totally get chewed out later. So I'm sticking around for now. I was actually heading over to see Majima-san myself. Is he still with Kashiwagi-san? Doubt it. The boss thinks meetings are the most boring shit in the world, so I'll doubt it lasted longer than half an hour. Then where is he now? On the roof, most likely, looking down at the city. He may not look it, but he's actually a big softie. I'm sure he's torn up about you leaving Kamurocho, Kiryu-san. And hey, don't tell the boss I said he's soft. Think I'd end up losing my knife myself if he found out. You know what? That actually comes up later in the story. I mean, Zero's story was also how Majima was supposed to be this cool assassin, and he was gonna kill this guy. But then he found out that the target wasn't actually a guy, it was like a little girl. I mean, not a little girl, but it was a blind girl, very defenseless, and he just couldn't fucking make him, force himself to kill her. So you know he's kind of soft. Like he's not like a fucking ruthless killer. And then Yakuza 5 also kinda... There's also like a little... The fact that, Majima's like soft on the inside, but he just like plays the crazy character kinda comes back. That's the thing I always keep saying. Like a lot of people think Majima's insane. He's not insane, he pretends to be insane so that nobody would tell him what the fuck to do. Because nobody wants to do business with a crazy person because you never know what the fuck they're gonna do. So this way nobody fucking ever bothers Majima, and he can just do whatever the fuck he wants. So that's the reason why he's crazy. He's not. He plays the fucking crazy character. Which is pretty obvious because he often just goes back to like being normal. Like he was in Zero, like in Kiwami 2 when he went like and started acting normal. Like outside of when he's not talking to anybody from the Tojo clan, he just acts like a normal person. And not fucking crazy. I won't, take care of yourself. Same goes for you, Kiryu-san. Oh, before you go, the boss has been kinda catty lately. You might want to be careful. Who knows what will set him off. You know what? Here, you should take this. Better safe than sorry, I say. Stamina X. Stamina X. I got 2 Stamina X's and a Tiger Cat. I was supposed to put that away. I forgot about that. Pretty sure I did put that away, didn't I? You'll have to wait this one out, kitty cat. Plus, she actually is called kitty cat. I just fucking called it that. You know what sucks in this game? There's like keys. You know, this is my most fucking hated thing about Yakuza in general. The fucking keys. I hate collecting them because I'm like that way. If I fucking see that there's a collectible in the fucking game and they're scattered around the city, I'm gonna go out of my fucking way to collect them all. Even though it might be the most boring, fucking uninteresting shit ever imaginable. I'm still gonna fucking go and do it. And I kinda hate that about myself. Man, what's up with these sound effects? It's like two fucking sound effects for his steps. I kinda like that, to be honest. Kinda brings me back. Is there anything interesting in this place to collect? You know what, I actually found out that the fan-made Yakuza movie, which interestingly came out in 2007, if I'm not mistaken. So that means only 2 movies that were out at the time was Yakuza 1 and 2 on PS2. So at that point, I guess that franchise already was so popular in Japan that someone actually went ahead and made a fan-made movie. That movie is for free on YouTube with subtitles, so I'm probably gonna watch it at some point. And go to Millennium Tower Rooftop? Yes, go to the Millennium Tower Rooftop. I like how quickly you meet Majima in this game. You know, you don't have to fuck around and fucking wait half the game to finally fucking meet him. He's just here. I got a tiger with me. New School Classic. I'm pretty sure I had this one before. Look how blurry his jacket is. I don't get it, like when I saw a screenshot from this game and they showed Majima, his jacket wasn't so blurry. Why is it so blurry now? Terrible. Really brings me, like, you know, out of the game. Kinda looks fine from this far away. Also, did you notice how Majima has like a snake on his eye patch now? Which he didn't have before. And also, he has different shoes. That's a thing about me. I love paying attention to whenever a character has like... you know, you have a character and they're designed, of course. They have like a cool jacket like Majima does. They have like a interesting haircut. I wouldn't say Majima's haircut is great. It's kind of lame. But Majima himself is so fucking cool and everything else about him is so cool that you don't even pay attention to his lame haircut. He has an eye patch with a snake on it, snake jacket, it's like leather gloves, leather pants, and then you look at his shoes, and look at that, they fucking fit his fucking character. They were even better before because they had like a metal pieces on the tops, on the like front of the shoes. And Majima fights with kicks quite often, so that actually makes sense that he would have like metal plates on his shoes. I kind of started paying attention to characters' shoes. It's kind of weird. When I played Uncharted 2, and Nathan Drake said something about his shoes, and I was like, what the fuck kind of shoes he wears anyway? And I looked at them, and I was like, oh my god, they're the most ugliest looking fucking shoes I ever fucking seen, and I can't believe he wore them this whole fucking time. And since then I was always paying attention to, did the designers of the character gave up halfway through and only the upper part of the character looks cool and the lower part just fucking lame? Or did they, you know, bother to design cool shoes for the character, or did they just give him shitty sneakers? Which I think they kind of fixed in Uncharted 4, where he just had like boots. Boots are great because you can never fucking go wrong. They look nice. But sneakers, fucking ugly. What are you getting at, Kiryu-chan? I think I was pretty clear. You can't seriously want me going back to the dojo. I do. Yeah, it's kind of weird that he has different shoes now. For example, look at Kiryu's shoes. They're white. They're kind of dirty looking. But they're shoes, so what the fuck you expect them to be? You're fucking picking up dust all the fucking time, because you fucking walk everywhere in them. And I don't like them. If Kiryu had like maybe red shoes, which would like fit in with his shirt, or maybe he would have like black shoes, which would kind of break up a little bit of the fact that he's just dressed all in gray. I fucking hate Kiryu's design. I love Kiryu, but I hate his fucking outfit. It's all fucking gray. I hate his popped collar. Like, what does he think he looks way cooler because he has a collar popped like that? It looks fucking stupid. Like he doesn't know how to put it back to normal. And he just decided, oh, I'm just gonna keep it that way. Well, too bad. Ain't much point in it now. Can just not be barrel of monkeys it used to be. Clan's just not the barrel of monkeys it used to be. Listen, Majima-san, Daigo's taken over as 6th chairman, but he could end up in some trouble without a family of his own. Meaning you want me my muscle backing him up? Can't speak properly, man. Please, your family's the only thing you can that can save the Tojo clan now. Gotta have to pass. Majima-san. Come on, Kiryu-chan, you know what I'm like. Living life caged up like a damn sheltered dog ain't my scene, and you know it. But that's exactly what I'm doing. Giving up my freedom to keep my family afloat. But now you come marching up here asking me to babysit your little protege on top of that? Sorry, ain't gonna happen. Somehow I knew that what you'd say. What? Majima-san, you wanna be free, right? Yep. See, that's the thing. That's a big part of Yakuza 0, which actually this game came out before 0, so that's cool that they expanded on the fact that Majima main thing is that he just doesn't wanna fucking be told what to do. Because in 0 he's pretty much always just like watched. Like everybody's keep watching his moves. You know, he's being caged up in the Grand, which he doesn't wanna manage, he just kinda has to. Which he ends up being great at. This like old guy, his name was Sawara. I don't remember. But he was like constantly showing up and like ruining his shit and like telling him what to do. He was the one who told him to assassinate the girl. And all he wanted to do is get back to Shimano family and just become a Yakuza again. But instead you're feeling trapped, cooped up. Yep. Well, this is the perfect chance for you to break out. Huh? Also, I progressed a little bit more in 5 and I actually got into Haruka's part, which I did not expect. I thought her part might have been the last one. But I guess it's nice to break up the amount of time I spent fighting on the streets with Haruka, who instead of fighting, she dances. Which I haven't done that much yet, so it doesn't seem that ridiculous, but I kinda have a feeling it's gonna get fucking ridiculous when she fucking is gonna dance all the fucking time. Huh? The flying shit are you talking about? Once Daigo takes over, there will be no shortage of people for you to fight. You can go wild like you've never gone before. Huh? How's that? You know what, maybe that fan-made movie actually covers the 90s period that I'm talking about of the Yakuza franchise. Because from what I've seen pictures, and it seems like also it seems like they're using guns more in the movie, like Kiryu's shown with a shotgun. And well, the actor playing Kiryu is not as tall and buff as him, but it's fine. I don't care. It's a fan-made movie. It still looks kind of cool, and it seems like Majima is also like a villain of it, or maybe he's just like the anti-hero who's kind of going around, pretty much chasing after Kiryu, kind of like he did in the first game. You can be his enforcer. Anyone ever even thinks about betraying Daigo, you get full license to put them back in line. You saying what I think you're saying, Kiryu-chan? You bet. It's time Kamurocho sees what the Majima family can really do. So I'm not asking you to babysit Majima-san. I'm asking you to let loose. Because the more ass you kick, the better off the Tojo clan and Daigo will be. That's cute. How did his jacket get better now? Not that it's like a CG cutscene. What if it would like fly off the building?
俺は強いやつが好きや。俺に命令できんのは強いやつだけや。ああ。俺を登場界に戻したかったら。You
know how I was talking about Godzilla movies in Kiwami too? Well, I didn't watch the Godzilla movie yesterday. Instead, I watched Ghidorah the Three-Headed Monster, which might as well have been called Godzilla, Rodan, Mothra versus Ghidorah. That's what it was. Ghidorah wasn't that much in it. I mean, he was like at the end when they had to beat the shit out of him, which sucks because I like Ghidorah. He like he zapped Godzilla in the ass with a laser one time, but he haven't done much cool shit, to be honest. Fucking spinning around. Just fucking around, look at him. God damn it, I'm trying to play like Majima does. Majima has a thing where, you know how when you play as Kiryu, you do a square, triangle, right? Well, with Majima... Oh look, he doesn't have a knife. That's strange, where's his knife? Ah shit. My heat. Majima doesn't have a big health bar. We could have fought him later. Him being pretty much the first boss of this game is kinda like... Wow, look at the background, so pretty. I know it's just a PNG and probably repeats. Yeah, I think I'm seeing the same building twice. I'm pretty sure, look, left to right is the same building. Oh, I'm getting my ass kicked because I'm looking at the fucking background like a moron. Oh, another major fucking flaw of this game that like really downgrades it. And it happens also in 4 and 5. This is all of the equipment we have. This. How much is it? It's 20 slots. Each healing item takes up 1 slot, so if I had 2 stamina X like I did, they took up 2 slots. Which makes sense. And it totally makes sense because Kiryu doesn't carry a backpack or anything, so he's probably just... In game he's supposed to carry this in his like pockets. Right, so it actually doesn't make sense, but it's still more forgiving than it would be in real life. He would only be able to carry like 1 of those. But in Yakuza Kiwami 2 I could carry with me like 20 of those, and also 20 of the different drinks, because they're all just stacked. Jesus Christ. And that was great, I loved it. This is an annoying mechanic. I really dislike this. So, look, Majima still has health. He could have done something to completely kick my ass and make this fight get really hard. Because so far it was really easy. Oh, thank God for not letting me fucking read the whole thing, because I was talking. Thought I was safe to talk. So when you know, when you like get a boss to a certain health, then you do this fucking move. Which actually I think it happened in Kiwami 2 as well. And I also complained about that, that kinda sucks. And then you have to match the fuck out of R2. Which, by the way, if you have trouble, because later in the game your heat gauge gets a little bigger. Oh wait, his shoes are back to how they used to be. The fuck? Maybe it was the lighting. So never mind, my whole speech about shoes was for nothing. These are nice fucking shoes, man. Better take them. He's passed out. Oh look, we're friends. So cute. You know what? I recommend you mashing the fuck out of R2 with your left hand, so you kinda have to switch. Because then you can fucking do it way faster. Look how I'm doing this with my right index finger. Right, but with my left index finger I can do it like way fucking faster. which makes it way easier.
なんだ
It's a fucking pro
もし
tip.
6代目がおかしな方向に進ん
Yeah,
で
the
も
movie's cool, but
俺には
like I
止める
said,
ことはできへん
it felt more like a
どういう意味だ
Mothra movie, which I think it is actually a sequel to a Mothra
い
movie
や6代目
that I
は
think
あ
I've
んたと
seen.
同じで人を
There were
信じや
two
すいところがある
Godzilla vs. Mothra movies. There was a 60s
変な
one and a
連中利
90s
用され
one.
なきゃええんやが
And if I recall correctly, one of them ended with two
大悟はそんな
Mothras
バカな男じゃない
going back to the island they came from. And this one, well, they revealed that one of those Mothra died, but the other one's fine.
登場会のこと頼んだぞ
And there's also like a princess that's coming to Japan, and there's like a police guy who's supposed to be her bodyguard. But on her way to Japan, her plane gets blown up. And then,
えらいこと引き受けてしも
supposedly,
うたな
she got transported through an interdimensional rift,
しゃあない
possibly made by
言っちゃやった
people
るやないか
who used to live on Jupiter, where people get stupider.
せやけど桐生ちゃんとの約束やししゃあないな
It's kind of easy to beat you, Majima. You weren't that tough. I think he's way tougher when he has a knife, because you can't guard a weapon in this game. So if he had a knife, he'd just kick my ass. Oh my god, why does this game keep fucking asking me to save games between cutscenes? I'm just gonna delete this save file later. Yeah, this tiger, I recommend the old school, whatever the fuck it was called. It's good. It's nothing special, but it's good. It's like a 7 out of 10. What was the chapter's name? I think we're finally caught up with the backstory. And now we're back to our orphanage, our very lovely house. I love this cutscene, by the way. Look at this. Those are very thick slices, Kiryu. But you're doing your best, okay? I get it.
ご飯まだ
今真剣なんだ話しかけるな
Fuck
ほ
off,
らダメで
fatso.
しょ太一
痛いよ姉ちゃ
ご
ん
飯作ってる時は邪魔しちゃダメって言ったのに
Or else he'll fucking cut you up like the onion. You big fucking onion.
晩ご飯までみんなで遊んできなさい
I love this part of the game, honestly, because it's just so cute. Kiryu interacting with all the kids. I love the whole different vibe this place has. It has like a tropical vibe. People are dressed differently. You go around beaches a lot. It's a different town that we've never been to.
カレーだ
まだダメみん
There's
な
all these
揃った
kids.
からってルールでしょ
And pretty much each one of those kids has like a fucking...
わあ
Does
カ
he
レー
have an
だ
Albanian fucking flag on his shirt? The fuck is he, an Albanian? Albanian gangster?
あれ泉は
Izumi?
え
Who's Izumi?
泉ちゃんどこだろう
知らないシロあんた今日学校から一緒に帰ってこなかった
Kinda can pick up that all the kids have different quirks. This guy's a nerd, you can kinda
どうした
tell.
シロ知らないのか
知らない
There's a fat guy who's kinda like the funny guy,
いいじゃ
It's a
ん
black
先に食べ
kid.
ちゃおうよそうだよ
which
別に大丈夫だって
おじ
the
さ
fact
ん
that he's black actually does comes up later
Yosh,
in one of the
探
fucking...
してこよう
I thought they were never gonna like pay
お前たち
attention
は
to the
食べ
fact
て
that
ていい
he's
ぞ
black. He's just black. Why the fuck would that be important to any story? But no, it actually does comes up later. Well, the explanation for it is that his father was like an American soldier, and of course, you know, he fucked a girl on the side in Japan. Understandable, sure. Then he, I guess, left for America, and then she never let him know that he has a child, and their mother died, so now the guy's an orphan. And he lives in Japan with me in my orphanage, so... Sure, but like... It's kind of weird when there's a side quest and the fact that he's black comes up, and I was like, Jesus fucking... Really? Where do you think Izumi-chan went? Hard to say for sure. I'll go take a look around outside. You check for the in the house, okay? You now have access to a hideout. I wish hideouts were a little bit like... Maybe there was like sites, like mini games to play in the hideout. That'd be cool because like... in Grand Theft Auto, especially like San Andreas, when you go to your house at the beginning, there's like a console in there, and you can play this actually really fucking good shooter game. That I actually, honestly, if you were asked me what's my favorite like retro shooter game, I'd say that fucking minigame from San Andreas is my favorite. I just like it a whole fucking lot. It kind of looks like a Sega Genesis, or like a TurboGrafx 16, or a Atari Jaguar. I don't know, some fucking black console that's kind of like flat. So look at this place. We never been here. We never played as Kiryu. Oh, see, now Kiryu has shoes different color than the rest of his outfit. This is a good color palette. Red, like beige, whatever the fuck that pattern on his shirt's supposed to be, like leaves. White pants, which look like the same pants he had before, but a slightly different shade of they're white, not gray like the other ones he had. And brown shoes. It all plays good. This is a good fucking outfit. Do not put the fucking gray suit on ever again, Kiryu. You hear me? You can collect worm. There's something on the ground. Take the worm. Take it. I got a worm. Hey guys, I got a worm. I got a worm. An earthworm. Also, there's a part of this house, I cannot access it now, but there's a part of the house where you can actually, like, there's like a hallway, you can actually see it through a window. It leads to that door, and then the door gives you access to behind the house. And I so many times thought that that would, like, come up in, like, one of the quests, like when you play hide and seek with the kids. But it never does. That place is never used for anything. And I was just like, why the fuck even have that then? Evening there, Kiryu-san. How's the little scrap of land been treating you? Can't be too bad with all the beachfront view and all, haha. Yeah, whatever. Sorry, Mia-san, but I don't have time to small talk right now. Have you seen Izumi? Izumi-chan? Can't say I have. Damn. Have you checked down at the beach? I see her there staring out at the ocean every now and then. Might be a good place to start. I'll do that, thanks, Miara-san. No problem at all. I imagine she spends that time reminiscing about her parents. She lost them at such a young age. Oh, what a nice neighborhood. Look at this fucking view I have here, by the way. Can I point the camera? It's pretty, isn't it? It's like right outside of the goddamn orphanage, and you go out and it's like a pretty view. Isn't it fucking nice? It's like the ocean. Hope it's not salty. Izumi-chan over at the Morning Glory Orphanage is the same age as you, but she's so polite and always has a smile on her face. You should be more like her. Izumi smiling? No way, she's a total mope and she never even stops fidgeting. Maybe if she had parents, she wouldn't be such a weirdo. What the fuck? You just fucking said, you piece of stinking shit. You should've fucking beat the fuck out of this fucking kid. She lost her parents in a terrible accident, the poor thing. You'd be nice to her, you hear me? No, but I don't wanna be nice. I wanna kick her ass. What a fucking asshole. I want one of those hats. I wanna wear it. Hi there, well, if it isn't Kiryu-san, need something, dearie? Izumi's supposed to be home for dinner, but I can't seem to find her. Have you seen her around? Oh, I'm pretty sure I saw her walking down to the beach. She was looking kinda glum, but now that I think about it. Alright, thanks. I'll go take a look. Isn't there one more person I could talk to? It was like these two people over here. They don't really give me any information. I mean, you can see that Izumi sits over there. There she is. But I just thought I could fucking maybe get some cool insight. The kids at Morning Glory Orphanage sure are great. Kiryu-san must set quite an example for them, don't you think? I always see them playing so nicely together on the beach. They certainly are an energetic bunch. I'm actually surprised there's not more people on the beach. Seems like a nice spot. After the previous director passed, I always worried that the kids wouldn't have anyone to look after them. Thank goodness Kiryu-san came in from Tokyo. He may look like a little intimidating, but the kids love him and he seems like a really nice guy. Are you saying all that nice shit because I'm standing right fucking next to you? He's a really stand-up citizen and not a Yakuza at all. Alright, time to look for Izumi because I don't see her. Is that Izumi? No, that's a log. What actually makes different sound when I walk on it? Alright. I'm not fucking around. Is that Izumi? Is that her? No. That's a melon, right? Came out of the ocean. Look at this melon, by the way. You looked at it? Keep looking at it. You sure you looked at it? Like analyzed how it looked? Now keep this melon in mind, okay? Like, just remember this melon. I want you to do that, not like it's gonna come up in the fucking story or anything. I just want you to remember there's a melon lying there. For no reason, never does anything. I'm gonna get wet. I'm gonna go swim. Look here, he doesn't fucking drown if he gets in the water, like fucking inferior protagonists such as Tommy Vercetti. Or John Morrison, or Claude. Or I think, what the fuck was his name? Tony Cipriani also dies when he goes in the water. There's something on the ground. Fishing Champ magazine? What's it about? Wow, I'm a proper fisherman now. A fishing pole? A little fishing might be fun. Go fishing. So many video games have fishing minigames, but so many Japanese video games have fishing minigames. Is fishing very popular in Japan? Might be. They are a fisherman country, pretty much. So I can totally see that it might be popular there. Oh yeah, so then the fucking princess becomes like a prophet, and she can see the future because she's been taken over by an ancient civilization of people from Jupiter. And she says that, you know, Ghidorah's gonna show up and destroy Earth. And then Rodan wakes up for some reason. Godzilla comes out of the water again for no reason. The fairies, that I'm pretty sure last movies were really against using them for entertainment, they're now appearing on TV for some reason, but they're also still good guys. So they summoned Mothra, and then they tried to make Mothra convince Rodan and Godzilla to work together to destroy Ghidorah. Which scenes where Godzilla like fights Rodan are like really funny. They're like playing volleyball with a boulder. Later Mothra actually translates what what Rodan and Godzilla are saying. And they're just like, I don't want to help humans because they're a bunch of dicks. And they're just like bickering. It's like really fucking funny. And when they're fighting, it looks like a bunch of action figures just smashing each other. I like this movie. I like Godzilla movies. You know, they might not be great, but I still like them. They get shows where fish are most concentrated. I think I threw up a little in my mouth. You know, I went to the gym today. I was telling you how I went to my regular gym and they closed it. But what I didn't mention is that I looked up on the internet gyms around my town, and that one doesn't even appear on the list. It doesn't even show on the map. So I think that gym might have been closed permanently now. So I went to a different gym. What I forgot to think about or check is that their prices are way higher than the previous gym I gone to. Right, so let's use a worm. Give real slack. Reel in. Move the cursor. Move the rod. Alright. Alright, got it. I honestly like the fishing minigame in this game, it's pretty cool. It comes back later in 4 and 5, but I for some reason don't like it as much in 4 and 5 as I like it in 3. So what you gotta do is you gotta like move to the side that the fish is moving and keep reeling in. But if you're reeling a little too much, then the line is gonna break. As you can see, it gets into yellow, orange, and now it's gonna get into red. To prevent it from breaking, you gotta give it some slack. And go and reel back in. And I got a fish. Pretty neat. I caught a 31 centimeter gukon, also called a tagasago, or banana fish. Tastes good fried. Well, I don't got for more bait. Do I have all this information because I picked up a fisherman magazine? Oh yeah, I got upgrades. I think I'm gonna sneeze. I have some fucked up allergies recently. I never had allergies and all of a sudden I do. And they're the worst thing ever. What's wrong, Izumi? You don't want to fish with me? What's wrong, Izumi? Usually the first one at the dinner table. I don't want to eat right now. What? Are you feeling okay? See, so we went from dealing with YAKUZA and street gangsters to dealing with little kids. Which I like that change of pace. Something's definitely bothering her. Something happened at school. They made fun of you because you don't have a PS3 at the house. You can't play fucking Metal Gear 4. Something happened at school? Come on, Izumi. You can tell me. Hey, Uncle Kaz. What's up? It's not having parents a bad thing. Huh? The other kids at school were making fun of me because I don't have a mom and dad. How's that ever even got brought up? Well, bring your parents to school days pretty soon, so everyone started asking what I was gonna do. Uh-huh. They said my parents can't come because they're dead. Well, that's true. That's awful. But true. Everyone knows I live here with you, Uncle Kaz. And it's not like I want you to pretend to be my dad or anything, but... But what, Izumi? You can tell me. It's really hard. Like some of the other parents can't come because they're too busy, but nobody makes fun of those kids. Why not? Why can't I just have a real family like everyone else? You do have one, Izumi. You do have a family. Why doesn't the entire pushing music kicks in? You do have a family, Izumi. How so? Me, Haruka, and everyone else. I forgot their names. I don't get it. Listen, families come in all shapes and sizes. Having a real mom and dad isn't what matters here. Yeah, like a YAKUZA family. It's a family too. But what matters is that you're surrounded by people who love you for who you are. Well, we're not related. Well, there's more to it than that. Related or not, you mean the world to all of us. That alone is enough to make us family. Wow. And besides, I don't think your classmates were really making fun of you. Huh? They spent their whole lives with their moms and dads, right by their side. They can't imagine it being any other way. I'm sure they just don't realize how lonely life is as an orphan can be. Then they don't think I'm weird? That's right. If anything, I'd say they were genuinely concerned about you feeling lonely. I don't know, Kiryu. Kids are kinda dicks. I was an orphan too, I know just how hard it can be. Even so, I'll always think of a man who brought me up as my real dad. And the other kids from my orphanage, they're my siblings. Yeah, like Nishiki, who's dead because he went evil. And my dad, who died and now came back and is an assassin. Kinda fucked up, right? Throughout all these times, the idea of not having a real family never even crossed my mind. So you see, you have everything you could ever need right here at Morning Glory. Except a PS3, I guess. Your family is just as real as any other kids at school. You don't need to be jealous of them. Just remember how expensive was PS3 on release? So, I'm not surprised an orphanage can't fucking afford one. I could get a PS1 or 2. Probably. I'm not, it's just they say things sometimes. And when they do, you can tell them this. Go fuck yourself, you fucking piece of goddamn motherfucking shit. I need to repeat myself for the third time. I'm not alone, I have 9 people in my family. I don't know. I feel like they're gonna make fun of her even more. 9? It's like one of the kids pregnant. Kiryu's pregnant. Me, Haruka, and the others, that makes 9. We're a family, huh? Yeah, what the fuck you thought? A bunch of strangers? Don't you fucking cry.
分かった。
Throws her to the ocean.
私頑張る。
ああ、俺はお前のお父さんにはなれない。でもお前がこの朝顔に
Because
来た
I'm way
時から
better than him.
家族だと思っている。
That's so cute.
おじさ
Crushes her fucking
ん。
head.
泉ちゃん、みんなが待ってるよ。
At the
朝顔に
beach.
戻ろう。
She's just been fishing, come on. We have a banana fish for dinner.
ほら、泣かないでもう。
Disclaimer, doesn't taste like bananas. That'd be cool if it did.
さあ、今日はカレーだ。戻って腹いっぱい食べよう。
And a banana fish for dessert. You guys ever fucking eat desserts? I don't even eat. Like, I only eat breakfast and dinner the whole fucking day because I make dinner very late. I fucking eat dinner very late. I don't make it. Now it's cold. Ah, you fuckers! I have to
お
reheat
前
it.
ら、
泉がいねえのに食べられないからな。もうお腹ペコペコだよ。いいから早く座れ。
こっちおいで泉ちゃん、早く早く。
Nice watch, Kiryu. Never noticed you have a watch. I'm not a fan of those kind of watches. I like my smartwatch.
早く食べようよ。
あ
It's a smart band, I think it's called. I don't know. I like it.
あ、
My
よし。
grandpa, when he like
それじゃ
renewed his fucking
いただきます。
some, like phone line subscription, he got it for free, and he gave it to me because he didn't like it. So I was like, okay. And I never wore a watch before, but I like this one. Wow, what a nice family. Everyone gets along so perfectly. There's absolutely no trouble. Also, yeah, is everyone just fine with me being a Yakuza?
おじさん、
Is no one ever questioning what's up with my
また
tattoos?
これが。
Oh no.
立
Phone
ち
bill.
退きって書いてあるけど、私たち
Who the
Did they
fuck's
gonna
been
do
calling
tonight, Kana?
Nintendo's hotline?
最近知らない男の人たちもよく来ているみたいだし。
See, those weird guys would have been a lot weirder if we didn't already saw them before. And knew that these guys are kind of our friends in it
ちょっと
later.
様子を見てくれ。
Excuse me, pals.
あ、やべえ。おい、右入った。来る。
Well, shit. Who's gonna pay the phone bill now? Uncle Kaz, we don't have to leave, do we? Not if I can help it. I'm not about to let those guys kick us out of our home. They must be Ryudo family boys that have been sending us those letters. One way or another, I'm gonna have to stop. I can't have them keep scaring you guys. Maybe I should pay this Ryudo family a little visit. Don't worry, Haruka. I'm not planning on getting into any fights, even if there are Yakuza. But the game's called Yakuza. I'm curious, this game's a brawler beat-em-up. Action game. You have to get into fights. Just be careful, Uncle Kaz. I will. Be back tonight. The fuck I was cutting this wood for? I don't fucking see a fucking chimney anywhere here. Look, we can explore more of the house. There's a TV with a duck on it. There's a phone that they used to call Nintendo Hotline. There's a bunch of VHS tapes. Some magazines. I bet they're all bootlegs. It's like a guitar. Probably has a different name. There's a sombrero. Fans. There's a normal fan. There's a calendar, I think. There's a tiny table. I never got the whole thing. Why they don't use chairs in Japan? Why the fuck not? There's chairs. They ever eat here? It's a bunch of alcohol. You might have developed a problem. He's already a smoker, now he's a fucking alcoholic too. It's kinda like my dad at work gets a lot of the... Like sometimes people bring him gifts and then he just kinda brings them home. But like they bring him a whole bottle of like fucking whiskey and what the fuck's he gonna do with it? Drink it all himself? This part of the house, you can go behind it and it never comes up in the story. There's no side quest that ever takes place here, there's no reason to come here. So this is the last time I fucking ever come here. Hope you like that place because I'm never going back there. It's pointless, it's useless. I'm gonna save the game. Finish it. There's a lot of these dog statues around, there's umbrellas. Be careful out there, Uncle Kaz. Also, I love the detail. Look at Kiryu's feet. He's wearing socks, but as soon as I step out, he's wearing shoes. Very seamless, very nice. Cause if you walk around your house in shoes, you're a fucking psychopath. It's hula hops, bunch of toys. I think that's where kids sleep on the ground, cause we're so poor. There's kitty cats. I like to imagine the orange one is the one I caught. So that episode 2 where I spent the last episode where I spent trying to catch it wasn't for nothing. Baseball bats, in case anybody tries to break in. And there's like a shower over here and whatever this place is. Washing machine. A sink. Yeah, nice place. Kiryu has his own room, but you can't really get in. You can kind of see it. He has a desk. A drawing of himself. A mattress, a little table in the middle. A bookshelf. Yeah, kinda cool. Cool place. See you fellas in the next episode. Bye.